Hi guys, good evening. I'm just sharing the link, so give me 1 second. Hi guys, good evening. I'm just sharing the Hi Devinder, good evening. Hi Ike, good evening. So future Hayuk, futures are looking flat and no volume whatsoever. Hi Nisa, hi Kiran, hi Gaurav, Raman, the cool guy, Manju, Ashish, Fulra, Anand, Mr. Gulati, Prakash, Kunal, Rohan. I'm good guys, how are you? Hi Radhika. So today was a day which I mentioned last night is a day if you want to avoid, you could. Thank you, Sony. Hi, Lalita. So, as I said yesterday, that today could be a day where we can actually avoid trading and just watch the price action. And you can clearly see the volume was hardly there. There was a very finite range, 20 points throughout the day. And that's about it. Like we could not move up and down above the defined range. Hi Sandeep, hi Pajwa, hi Ganesh, Sat Shri Akal Dilpreet, hi Swin, hi KS, good evening. So all in all, I expect we'll have somewhat better second half tomorrow. And usually if I go back into ES chart and does anyone remember the last day of FOMC? Uh, hi Ganesh, hi Vishal, hi Srini, hi Raghu. Anybody remembers the last day of FOMC meet? Uh, I am not able to recollect it properly. But anyways, I'll search it. Right now, we are making a doji, and doji is between 12 and 34 EMA. We tested 34 EMA to the point, could not penetrate below. We could not close above the 12 EMA. It means that we are in a very tight range, which is about to explode. Oh, thank you, Ferrari. July 25, 26. So if it is July 20 or August 18, guys, check so that I can validate the data. August 18, we had a dodgy and then we ran. We'll check. We'll check in later. So right now, the caveat is that we are in between 12 and 34. Either we break down and we break down below 44.58, the game is on. Either we break out above this dark red line or Fibonacci of 45.47. So unless it happens, it's going to be a job. So tomorrow, as per my understanding, we should see some good action. It should not be dull like what we have today. We should see some better action. And I was looking at some of the big flows like Usually I don't cover SPY, but I want to just check anything above million in clean sweeps. So right after the day closed, now this gets really interesting. We have a near term put sell 421, which is of around 3.7 million. And then we have open puts, almost 4.5 million. And then a big put in the money put, 1.9 million. Now, these three puts or four puts, they came right at the end, at the close, like 358 to after close. Now, my head is not clear. How should I read this? Because these are not small number of lots. These are 10,000 lots. And these are like 10,000 a game. So I usually, if the IV is 15, I don't assume that these are actually puts which are written, because with such a low IV, usually you do not have anything to buy, and these are like uh, not too far options. 422 right now is 443, so 5% down. Uh, yes, the phantom prints are there, like, but the phantom prints are at 462 and 437, which is a little weird. So I need to check the phantom print. Otherwise, all the prints were like, even 437, this was also a phantom print. So I just need to see tomorrow what's happening with this open interest. Okay. I'm bringing the piece right away because this is like 13,000 puts. If they are sold, if they were open before and now they are getting sold, that means somebody is closing in. So we already have, like, there were 48,000 which added on 9:15. So we can clearly see right here that 50,000 were added on 9:15. That's why we have this massive candle. This is the candle representing the volume. Now, next day, this went on into the open interest. This is the open interest, this is the volume. So these were added and the number was right there. Also keep in mind, the price of these puts was 294 when they were added on Friday at around 447, 443-ish area. And today, they were closed at around 277. Somebody is not sure and he's cutting down on 13,000. So somebody bought the puts. These were not sold. These were bought because the price went up with the high open interest volume. So somebody bought and now they were kind of getting out from this situation. So we need to check this tomorrow morning, what's happening with this trade at 9:30, or like in the morning we can clearly see what is the open interest. Okay. If we have anything, again, I'll go back. If we have anything less than 55,000, like if 16,000 is cut, it means somebody exited from these puts. These were added. That's why the price went up from 2.10 to 2.94. Price went up. And now somebody exited. So do not want to take the chance. Second thing, he may have actually rolled over into the next month's put because the delta is same. IV is same. Now these are 11,000 puts. So maybe that guy actually traded this one first and want to get rid of the November calls, November puts. So tomorrow I'll be watching this as well. Okay. So I'm going to make a note on my end so that I remember tomorrow morning checking them. It is 11:17 23 421 puts and 12 15 23 4 22 puts. These are after orders, and these are very big orders. So the volume was volume is 11,622. Open interest is 3701. If my understanding is correct, then somebody actually rolled over these positions from November to December. Volume 16,049 and open interest 55,481. This is something we need to check because these are like big numbers and I didn't want to ignore them. Now, let's start from the scan. I don't see anything much, like we could only have inside days, most likely. Personal, let's go to inside days. Okay. So 17 stocks have inside days. MasterCard, Costco. Costco is showing some incredible strength, like Costco and Walmart. So they're slowly and steadily moving up. Now is also not giving up. So keep an eye on now. MDB was in my list. So MDB is an inside day. MDB is inside day. And AMAT is done. Disney. CRM is also inside day. We'll figure out whether it's going to be up inside day or down inside day. Then let's go and check on bullish candle patterns. Bank of America, which is interesting. BAC. Let's check on any bearish candle patterns. Humana. Again, very interesting. Last one is 12 and 34 on the day. Anything crossed? No. 34 crossing 12. Okay, so there are 4 tickers: Oracle, AMAT, and Triple M. Oracle, AMAT, Triple M. These are negatively trended now. So these are our tickers. So hi, Rahul, Pankaj, Tarish, Avinash, Hardik, Sonu. So let's go into ES now. So as I said, ES is still in a very tight range, not a clear move. As of now, if logically speaking, this is dodgy. We took the support of 34 EMA. We are trying to bounce. Unless something happens between FOMC and tomorrow, we should try at least middle of this candle, maybe to 45.20, 45.30. Because we held 44.95 to the point throughout the day. So this should be really interesting. Let me also look at the book map. Let me try NQ first and then ES. So the range is very confined, 45.05. There is significant buying around 44.95 area. You can see the orders right here. If I break it down further and further, we have like good massive count around this area. So it's not easy to break 4,500, we have good area numbers here, as well as we have good support at 4,495. So I don't think so we're going to go down quickly tomorrow. Wednesday, we can actually see some real action. So from a level point of view, let's go to the 12 EMA is 4502 and 4495. So it's going to be very, very tight zone. You can buy above 4505. Stop loss is 4495, which was a previous area. Now 420, 4247. These are possible targets. Again, 50-50, no clear clarity in the market. And this is not bearish engulfing. It's actually back tested. Let me just back tested 12 and 34 and making dodgy. On the negative side, rejected, and it's still below. On the this side, 4488, if we lose that, so 4495 is the key. If we are above it, you can try a long. If we are below it, wait for 4488. If it breaks down, let's go short. Idea is we should hit 4458 and then this candle, which is 4441. That's about ES. Otherwise, the levels are same. NQ, I think it will follow the same chain again. Exactly same thing. Could not cross 462. Didn't break 350. Tested exactly the same thing. So now from a long point of view, we should try long above 440 now. 440, which is about 12 EMA, or I would say 462. But now stop loss should be middle of today's candle, 15,400. See, the range is getting tighter and tighter. If range is getting tighter, then you will have all these small stop losses. On the downside, 350 and 15,400. The levels will not change. 275, 140 is still the same. 275, 140 and 465 and 606. So these levels will not change because these are fib levels and I'm not going to change them. But we are still in this zone. So we need, if we go above this area, we'll go long. If we go below this area, we'll go short. In between, it's going to chop, chop, and chop, which will do nothing but waste your premiums. So let's go to triple Q. Again, the same thing should happen in triple Q. Triple Q actually is trying to backtest. It's an evening star. It's trying to backtest here, and it's showing some weakness. So 370, 150 is our stop loss. Sell on rise. 370, 71. If it comes here, sell it. Above 373, you can try long. I would say 373. Buy above 373, targets 374, 376. On the downside is 367, and then so same logic. The levels are not going to change because these were fib levels. These were not EMA levels. If the stop loss has changed, the stop loss was based on EMS. So this is all about indexes. Okay, now we are going to talk about individual tickers. Individual tickers, especially Apple. I mentioned Apple that Apple can actually bounce from 173 because it has tested that, and it should test the 12 EMA, and it did that. It did that with some strength. Okay. Now, what I've told you, it's like a recoil. We have done a back test. Okay. Now, unless we clear an important area, it's going to be difficult for the market or for Apple. It needs to come to 181 and then show strength. 181 will fill the gap as well as it will back test the 34 EMA. So right now we are far away from 34 EMA, but what we have done is we have bounced from 23 to 38. And now we have tested the 12 EMA, but we could not close above it. So now the idea is if we hold 177, we should try for 181. If we fail 177, then we are going down. So for right now, because it did not cross, I'm going to mention sell below 177.30 because it did not close, and stop loss should be 178.50. If you want to sell, you can sell even on the rise. Target is this area 175 and 173.30. This is sell. Now I went long to short because it back tested, it has done its job. That's what we expected last time, so it has done the job. Now, if it crosses 178.50, go for 181 long. AMD, I'll come to MTV a little later. AMD again came to that important area of 99.50, bounced right there. I don't know how many times it's going to bounce. Today, NVIDIA showed some strength and it got bounced. It's the last place this time of AMD. If it has to go down, it needs to break this. Otherwise, we may see a bounce. Right now, I'm still far away from the EMAs, which is at around 105, 107. So there may be an attempt tomorrow to long AMD. Either you can like break below 102 or sell on rise, whatever you want to try. I would say if you want to be on a safer side, try a sell towards 104. If it bounces to one, today it rose to 103 to 104. Keep stop loss at 105.50. If it comes in this area, just try to sell this. It's a breakdown which is supposed to continue, and we should watch it. Amazon. So Amazon today started to break out above 140, 47, but right now it's holding this 140-ish area. Now, it was very positive until today because it was back testing. Now it has back tested twice and even penetrated through 12 EMA. Now, if it loses 140, it closed below 140, it may actually go down with some momentum. So right now I was positive. I'm reducing it to neutral. Okay. And I'm removing this aggressive buy and I'm saying sell below 140. If it loses 140, 136.75. Amazon may sell. So I was positive. I reduced it to neutral. And I'm adding the sell leg to it. BA has failed and failed miserably every single day. It's like 11th day in a row. Like Haikinishi wise, it's showing some serious negative momentum. If you look at right here, BA, it's 11 day in a row. I have not seen a single Heikin Ishi more than this. Even Piton, Chewy, Docu, they are doing much better than this shit. So I really don't know what to do with this Boeing. But let's see on the chart. It's well away from the EMAs. The negative trend is clear. The DMI is also negative now. It's getting down, down, and down. It's coming to a point where in the past it has found the support. So 205, 204 may be an area where, again, it's a very low positive possibility trade, but because these are far, far away from the EMAs, and we have seen like a straight slide down from 240 to 205, that's almost 15, 16%. Now, 16% correction means something. So I don't know what's going to come, but it's coming to a point where I am not interested to short. Let's look at any BF flows if we have. Remove million, apply. They have dark pool. Okay, and this dark pool is really big, and these are all after hours, 205. Okay, so let's see if we have anything bigger. These are block deals, which are for the puts 10, 20, 23. And these are calendar puts. This is a calendar spread, which is right there of about 1.5 million, like 5,000 lots. This is a big on, no, it's not even a calendar. It's actually a mix of no, it's a calendar. And this is third leg. Third leg is added. I don't know why, but third leg is added 245 calls. Otherwise, there is a spread. So this is a multi-leg trade. 5,050 lots. Interesting. So somebody is expecting that, yes, it may remain in the range 205, 200, this one. And these are both calls which are bought. That's weird. 165 puts. Not a clean. I'm just taking a last Q here on going last. If it doesn't bounce from here, then it's done. We can talk about coin. So stop loss I'm keeping is 204. Buy near 204, 205, 208, 213. Back test is a must. Then I had cat. Cat is also like lingering on. If you see, it's basing 1, 2, 3. This is exactly similar chart which we had in Tesla. It's an inside day. We closed above this area. So if we break out from here, that will be really, really interesting. We could actually go higher. But if we break down from here, that can also be very interesting. Let's see on high Kenichi. It's making dodgy, dodgy, and dodgy. So the pattern is not at all clear. So if 280 is held, it's fine. So it's neutral. Inside day down, it's double inside day. I'm removing the down. I would say buy above 281 for, if we can cross 281 for 287. So if it sustains above 281, try long. If it loses 278, try short. CRM is same thing, inside day, back tested 34, it's a hammer. Not much, but I think it's same. So inside day is right there. Nothing much. Google is really strong today. It went on like every day is making higher high and it's covering its bullish engulfing. So if it holds 177, 170, 137.60 is good. The moment it loses this, wait for 136. You might see 136. So Google is positive. Buy in 137.60. No, 137.65. Buy in like near 138 area. See, all these stocks are in a very, very tight range. Crowd, Crowd did really good today. It was one of the setups. It's a bullish engulfing, making higher high, higher low. Took the support of 12 EMA and bounced. So Crowd is now positive. It made higher high, higher low. Bounced from 12 EMA. Support from 61.8% fib. Everything is positive. So Crowd, your stop loss is now 12 EMA, which is 165. It almost tested 168.60, which was our first target. So I would say buy if you can get around 166, 167. Targets are same. That's about Crowd. Meta is again in a very tight range. It goes to 298, then bounces, it tries to break about 12 EMA and then holds there. So it's very difficult to trade Meta at this time. And Meta has been a very bad trade on my end as well. So for Meta, I will just keep the levels exactly same. Short below 298.75, long above 301.50. No change whatsoever. Microsoft for the short, and it closed right at that area. Like it went to 326 at one time and then bounced. So 326 achieved, did a back test of 12 EMA. So again, if it holds below 300, 330, sell it again. No point holding Microsoft. So the levels are still same, 326, 321. Uh, you can go long above 332. Netflix was a disappointment today. It had a chance to bounce, but this is actually making a potential morning star. So I want 397 and above. Is neutral. Fake breakdown never happened. The trend is negative. Gap is due. Is potential morning star. It needs some push. Nvidia. Uh, Nvidia came to 420 like in the morning, right? We had a target for 420. And again, this is the target which we decided last night. It hit exactly 420 and then bounced. Now, the trade was so quick that I don't know how many of us can actually trade that. So if this statement was true, look for a fake breakdown. We went down and we bounced. So if you went into 435, 436, it came to 444. This was a trade which was still applicable. Now, again, I don't want to jump here, but if 435 breaks, things will get ugly, really, really ugly for NVIDIA, similar to what we are seeing in AMD. So I'm going to keep everything same. 435 fails, 420, otherwise 446. I would love to sell around 446 on NVIDIA. Roku, similar to Netflix, Roku is dying and now Roku is actually coming to fill the gap. So this is the last area where Roku needs to hold. If Roku cannot, then Roku is done. Like 73.80, it's almost near. So I'm going to take last chance on Roku. I'm going to keep 72.50 as my stop loss. And I want to buy Roku in the range of 73.74. This will fill the gap. And then we'll have much more better options. Snow closed right at 161, 162, but again, it's holding beautifully into this area. We just need a push above 162 and Snow will move. Snow and crowd will move, and it has also filled the gap. So gap is filled. Now, if it can break above 38.2 Fibonacci, it has clear sky to push. So for now, I'm just keeping it neutral, but it has filled the gap. I'm not changing any levels because the stock is right there at the same level. So there's nothing to be changed here. Tesla 271 was my short area, but again, it came right there. Now 265 was an area where it found the support, it closed around it. And I also mentioned in the chat that yes, there were dark pools at 267, and then there was some massive downflow for Tesla. Now, I think if it loses 265, you can go short for 254. So if it loses 265, stop loss you can keep this, go for 261.5, 257 and 254. If you have to buy with 265 stop loss, buy about 267.50, which is above the dark pool area. Target is 271, 276. This is about Tesla. Now, MDB, I don't want to do MDB, and I'll pick up maybe one of them. Maybe Bank of America. Let's look at Bank of America for a long, long time. Bank of America has a hammer. Now, usually this hammer is at a bottom. So if this is below I wanted like hammer to be right here. So I'm gonna ignore it. Let's look at Humana. Humana also has hammer. Let's take Humana. And High Kanishi also it's setting up. Yeah. So let's take Humana as a trade. Buy near 473, stop loss 471. So Humana. Let me just go and check the scan one more time. Bullish candle patterns for Bank of America. Bearish candle patterns for Humana. It's a hanging man, like somebody's hanging in between. Not giving me a clarity as well. So I'm going to keep open the slot for one ticker, which we can discuss. I'm going to share the Zoom invite. If you want to jump, guys, jump and we'll talk. You can join the Zoom call, and in between, let me just check on the Oracle, and Oracle has turned negative. After the earnings, there was a massive dodgy and then we failed. So big gap, massive gap, it's failing again. What is AR? I don't even know this company. So no idea. I don't know this company, AR. Triple M. Triple M is looking interesting. It's making a dodgy right here. 100. So I'll take Triple M for a change. Okay, thank you, Chirag. Let me just check on that. So Triple M is dodgy at the bottom. So 100 is my stop loss. SQ is done, Sven. There's no point trading SQ. SQ is a done game. Buy above 101.50. Should look for 101.80 and 103.55. Guys, if you're not speaking, mute yourself. Okay, that's my list. SQ is done. SQ was trade which got busted really badly. Now it's below, like it's a big M. If you see right there, there's a big M. The same M is getting up in some of the big stocks. So if it loses here, there's no respite whatsoever. It may go back to 32. Even if there's a news, it will not go higher. It's only going to go down. If you want to try short, you can try short. So guys, any ticker you want to talk, you can start one by one. There's no respite whatsoever. I didn't get what you said. Like, please raise your hand so that I can call your name and then you can talk. Ganesh, go ahead. You can unmute yourself and speak.
But can you please check team? I think it is set up for a good move.
Team is moving. It moves a lot. It's an inside day. If it breaks below this area 200, it can easily go down to 190. Yes, 193.
Oh.
It was evening star right there. The dodgy at the top, which I've also mentioned. Dodgy at the top, game is over. Since then, it has lost almost $10-12. Today it bounced, but it was a back test. So if you want to short with a stop loss of 205 for 193, it's a good short. It's not a long at all.
Okay. And by the two tickets which we discussed on Friday, I was holding the calls for PayPal and SC. I'm just want to check, do I need to hold it or do I need to close it? And
Yeah,
I mean, whether I need to book loss for that.
PayPal, so we thought it's gonna hold, so I did not check PayPal. PayPal. PayPal is right there. It's testing the 12 EMA. If it loses this, then it will fade. But it's going bad because of the SK news. Square is leading it the direction. So keep an eye. If it breaks below this area, there's no point holding it. But if
Got
it
it.
sustains, you might get 66 back.
How about SC buy?
SC, we did not discuss. SC is something which is like it's a bearish engulfing on Friday. Today it's lost that 12 EMA. It needs to break above 12 EMA. There was many put writing which happened. So I don't know whether the end of this week we might have a push up. It needs to cross 39 to do anything positive.
Got it. Thank you.
So we talked about coin. Coin is holding this 81, 82 area. We tried coin this morning and it's holding this area. Now, if it loses, come back to 75, I'll be a buyer for coin. But at this time, it's like a very small scalp if you want to trade coin. 82 above, you can trade. 82 below, you can short. Guys, please come on the Zoom call if you want to talk about certain charts. Yes, Shrikant, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Nawal, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Nawal, I'm watching a firm. It looks like a W and a breakout from there. Can you please take a look at that?
It's a non-stop thing. And like I've been watching this from the earnings, and since the earnings, not a single day it's looked bad.
Yeah.
It's a massive breakout, but at this time, like I don't know whether it makes sense to buy or wait because it's almost 100% increased.
Exactly. And I did some levels, Nawal. And from what I'm seeing, it crossed 100% on my chart at 23.5. And the next stop, I'm seeing a resistance of, I can share my chat. If
Sure,
you'd like to
I'll
take a
give
look
you
and
an
suggest
option.
me, you know.
Yeah.
So
You can
there's a
share your screen
regression
now.
channel resistance I'm seeing around 26. And if
Shrikant, you can
that,
share your screen first. Otherwise, I'll
okay, let me. Okay. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I think this is what I'm seeing on my chart. So it had a breakout. I think it crossed 100% on my from the channel that I had from the Fib. So it also crossed the channel today. I was watching this closely. Uh, um, but let me see. I'm trying to get used to this tool. So this is that higher end of the regression channel that I have. I think the next resistance. But once that it's crossed, I see 30 as potential.
and that's why I'm a little cautious here, because
Okay.
we may see some rejection at 26, 27-ish area.
Yeah,
So,
but the DMI and this that you tell, they're like super strong.
yes, that's why I want a little cool off.
Cool off. Yeah, I mean, at least it should touch the EMAs,
Green
right?
line. Yes.
Come back till EMAs. So
Yes.
you suggest wait on this one, right?
Yes, because it's something which we have lost. There's no point chasing it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
I bought like 500 calls of this on the earnings day, and it was like $19 calls, and I just sold them for maybe like 2 cents profit. And then the next day it got like in the money. Imagine 500 calls in the money for
Wow. Yeah, that's massive. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Noel. Thanks for your recommendation. I'll just wait on to this one.
Yeah, we wait for this. Yes.
That's all I have for now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Sandeep, go ahead.
Hey, Naval bhai. Yeah, can you please take a look at MU? The earnings, I think, is coming up.
Yeah, MU has failed multiple times on the earnings. Right now it's making a W. It's pretty evident, right? It should break out, go to 90 and go to hundreds and everything. It does once in a while and then it just breaks down. So we need to watch what happens with MU. Earnings, it went on to 98, made a M, and then came down almost half to 50. And then it's now making a W. W is very evident. It's inside the earnings are like next week. So wait for it. Earning point of view, I will say wait for it. We have some massive event on Wednesday. Let's see how we tackle that first.
Right. Thank you, bye. Yeah.
Kevin,
Hello.
hello.
Oh, hey. Why do you do analysis on NQ and triple Q? Like, I mean, they're effectively the same thing. Like, I'm just wondering, why do you do it for that and not ES and SPY?
I don't want to do it, but people use triple Q so much that they ask me to do it. Otherwise, I don't like to do that. I am focused on NQ and ES both.
Oh, okay. And then my second question is, can you take a look at DKS?
DKS.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a bounce, I may
I'm short this, but
short wise, if you like, if you can do a back test of come on, back test of 113. Like 113 is your good stop loss if you want to keep. If you want
yeah,
to
I know.
keep a risky stop loss, you can keep 111.50.
Yeah, I had this as a ascending wedge and a breakdown. So I'm just kind of wondering if that's kind of what it looks like to you.
It's a breakdown. It's going to continue and go down more, but like
that's fine.
it's been in a range, so it may not give you that much return as you're expecting. It needs time. So if
Sure.
you're a patient trader, it's a trade for you. If you have less patience, I would avoid this.
And then you're still expecting a hike on Wednesday?
I still expect a hike on Wednesday. Yeah.
All right, cool, man.
Just look at the crude.
Yeah, it's
92.50.
What
It's
do you
not
mean
coming
92?
down.
Oh,
I
crude?
mentioned to, yes.
Yeah, I don't think the Fed looks at
It
at
will impact everything.
I know, but like they look at like PCE and CPI are the primary indicators, right? So like
They rose month on month, both times.
yeah, they're more concerned on year-over-year changes, right? So like those things aren't really going to impact it until the following month, right? So anyways,
So
I don't know. I disagree. That's all.
that's fine. That's fine.
Cool.
But like the CPI is made from this.
Yeah, but it's not I mean, like shelter is a much larger component.
Yes, shelter is
and they don't really look at
48%.
yeah,
Shelter is
and it's usually core, right? So like core is the most important. right? So X energy doesn't include X food and energy don't get included into like core metrics, right? Because there's it's so volatile. So like the Fed doesn't really look at that. Like the Fed's mandate is to track inflation and growth, right? Like that's always been the Fed mandate. So like it's effectively broken the back of inflation. You're gone from kind of 8%, a year ago now to 3 handle, right? So I mean, you can make the argument that they're not done hiking yet, which I think they aren't, or they could not be, but to say that they're going to hike again, I think the odds might be against you, but we'll see.
That's okay. I don't
Yeah.
mind. I believe Fed follows ECB.
I slightly disagree, but okay, I guess we'll find out Wednesday.
I've been doing this Fed analysis for almost 6-7 years.
Yeah, I
Since
was an
20
economist once, so
Okay, that's good.
yeah,
So
yeah,
let's wait. Like I
yeah.
don't have any open trade, so whatever happens,
Yeah, no. I'm
I'll be
just saying the
watching for
odds are.
my points on the conversation
Yeah,
in the
that's
press
cool.
conference, because this really gives up a clear idea that yes, if
Yeah.
they're going to have a hike, like again, I still believe they're going to have a hike, but if
Yeah.
they don't, that will put the market into a little confusion.
Yeah,
'Cause
you're like it's like literally like 90 to 1 odds. But
it's not even 90, it's 95 to 5.
yeah, it's 95. Yeah, it's like 95%. But I mean, hey, if you get it right, I have more props to you. But I'm just saying, like from a market's certainly not expecting it. I think if they do hike, I think the market might take a shit. But yeah, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, but like for me, both gold, dollar, they're trying to rise up. Like gold is making a morning star right here. So I think it's making a W towards 2000, and that may happen on
See,
Wednesday.
yeah, so we'll find out. I mean, higher rates should be stronger for DXY, so that makes sense, right? And then gold prices are denominated in dollars, so I mean that should be technically a headwind for gold prices. But
And even the crude prices are also a headwind. Because high
yeah,
crude prices are a headwind. Even then, gold is bouncing.
yeah. I mean, crude price is typically more of it's headwind or it's tailwind for inflation, technically speaking. But
Yes.
yeah, but like I said, I don't think the Fed looks at that much. I mean, they look at it, but it's more year over year. I mean, month over month is. I don't think they look at it that closely, to be honest. So
Let's see how the number comes out. I'll be listening to that guy because
yeah,
he creates jitters in the market.
I'll be calling in on Wednesday.
Yes, he'll be doing that.
Yeah.
All right,
Thanks.
no problems. Raghu,
Hi, Naval. Good evening.
good
Naval,
evening,
can
Raghu.
you go on with Caterpillar? Looks like it's holding around the 278, 280 area.
I covered Caterpillar already.
Sorry.
In my sheet, I already covered both legs of Caterpillar.
Okay, sorry, Naval. Okay, sorry. I overlooked. Thank you.
Yes or no?
Yeah, good evening, Naval Bhai. Any thoughts on the Fed balance sheet? We had discussed this couple of days back.
I have not checked, but let's go and check Federal Reserve data. Usually they publish their data. Production, weekly data, assets, liabilities. This is not the data I'm looking at. Commercial bank assets. No, this is not the data. So like if you want to go and search here, you will find this data. This is the balance sheet report, monetary policy. Statement of condition. I just need a vector. Explaining this. It doesn't even go back. Not vectors. There's no numbers here. I don't know why. It's somewhere here, yes. These are depositories. I need to go back here and look at. So these three things you need to check in the current release one by one. I'll share the link. I will check and
Which three things, Naval bhai?
yeah, these tables, table 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
I have to look and check this table. I've shared the link directly to you.
Okay.
You can check this out. I'll also like look at all this data in this and figure out what's happening. All right, anything else? Right now futures are flat, so not much. Raghu, you have anything else? You have your hand raised.
Sorry.
Oh, all right. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow then. Have a good night. Bye-bye.